Hello, this is Dr. Kyle Frederick. I'm out here in the Pike Run Watershed doing a water sampling for establishing the baseline of manganese levels in the stream. We've been doing some research in the watershed and noticed that there's manganese levels that are above what would be considered normal. And so I'm taking a quick sample here, and we'll do some chemical analyses on it here in the field when I take it to my student who's at another location. But this is to show you what kind of a site we have, and I'll turn my camera around in just a bit. So what you see here is our Hanna probe. This is an outflow pipe in the watershed, and I've got my cylinder here, my beaker, that is capturing the water coming out of the outflow pipe. Notice that there's a little bit of pulsing. That's something kind of new, but this is the Hanna Multiprobe, and there is the meter and the probe we've been using for testing pH and conductivity primarily. It gives us some other things like temperature and pressure, but I'm going to set it to measure, and there you can see the values that it's returning. Now these are just the initial values, and I'm going to let it sit here for a while because it often takes some time to settle in. Particularly the pH is kind of slow to resolve. We've been getting pHs right around 8, so we'll see where this one ends up. And I'm going to take the water sample, so I'm going to pause for now. Okay, as you can see, I've got my water sample here, and I'm still letting the probe do its thing. And just for a little bit of background, one of the reasons that we are sampling at this location is because of this pipe. It is not clear what the origin of the pipe is. We suspect it is a mine drain, but we are still waiting to hear back to see if the DEP has any record of the mine's or the pipe source. So we'll continue to monitor this, but we're more interested in what's happening in the stream below. And you can see as I pan up, this is a little valley, and normally probably a dry valley except for the flow from the pipe. And we have a little ephemeral system that you can trace down. And with all the leaves, it's hard to see, but it's a little wet. I have a feeling that this maybe was a spring that is being captured. But again, it's still not clear. But when it's flowing, anything that makes its way all the way down to the stream would be flowing into Pike Run proper. All right, here we are with the pH having settled in right around 7.9. I'm going to take the measurement at that. As you can see, my conductivity is bouncing around a little bit. Oh, that's not too surprising, and it's been known to do that in the range here of about 750 to 900. The 900 seems a little high, but it's not out of the question for this area. So I'm going to use this value, and we'll move on to the next location.